Most men never realize that the real tests often appear in the most intimate moments. Here is what is actually happening. Many men believe attraction depends on saying the perfect words, making impressive moves, or constantly proving themselves. When the energy with a woman suddenly shifts, they assume they failed somewhere. Sighs. So they push harder. They explain more, chase reassurance, and try to fix the moment. Without realizing it, they slowly give away their power. Many men between the ages of 35 and 60 have experienced this. Everything feels great at first, then the atmosphere changes, the excitement fades, the tension disappears, and she becomes distant. You sit there wondering what mistake you made. In reality, it is rarely about a specific action. Thoughtful. It is about the energy you project. Women read emotional strength the way men notice physical signals. They observe your tone, your pauses, your reactions, and how you handle pressure. What they are really checking is whether you remain grounded when things become uncertain. A woman is often measuring your emotional stability. When she teases you, challenges you, becomes quiet, or pulls back, she may not be trying to hurt you. She is observing how you respond. Many men panic in these moments. They rush to explain themselves, send extra messages, or try to smooth things over immediately. But that reaction reveals the very insecurity she was testing for. Attraction grows through a balance of trust and tension. Trust creates comfort, while tension keeps the spark alive. When you react too quickly or seek approval, that tension disappears. Imagine a man on a date when a woman questions his confidence. One reaction would be to start defending himself and listing all the reasons he is reliable. But a stronger response is calm confidence, a relaxed smile, a slow reply, and a simple answer such as letting her discover his character over time. Then he continues the conversation naturally. In that moment, he is not trying to control her opinion. He is controlling himself. That kind of composure speaks louder than any explanation. The same principle applies when plans change or uncertainty appears. If a man responds with long emotional messages trying to prove his seriousness, the pressure can feel heavy. Pressure often signals neediness, and neediness weakens attraction. What creates attraction is the ability to lead yourself first. A calm and steady presence tells her that your identity does not depend on her reaction. True strength in attraction is rarely loud. It appears as restraint. It is the ability to sit in a quiet moment without scrambling to repair it. It is maintaining eye contact without forcing dominance and showing interest without begging for validation. When you slow down your reactions and stay composed, you communicate stability. Emotional control is one of the most powerful signals a man can send. Many men confuse intensity with passion. They believe constant communication, quick reactions, and strong emotional displays make them more desirable. In reality, losing control of your reactions often reduces your authority in the moment. Calm control does not mean coldness. It means command over your own emotions. When tension appears, a woman notices how you handle it. If she takes longer to reply, does your mood change? If she challenges you, does your tone shift? These small signals reveal whether you remain centered. Emotional stability is rare, and that rarity makes it powerful. When your mood does not swing based on her behavior, you naturally project confidence. Silence also plays a bigger role than most men realize. Many men talk themselves out of attraction because they feel uncomfortable with quiet moments. When eye contact lingers or the atmosphere becomes charged, they rush to fill the gap with jokes or explanations, yet silence often amplifies emotion. Words operate on logic, but silence allows feelings to build. When two people sit together and the conversation slows, that pause can create powerful tension. If you remain relaxed, maintain eye contact, and allow the moment to breathe, it communicates confidence. If you rush to break the silence, it suggests discomfort. The ability to stay present without forcing conversation allows the other person to lean in emotionally. Another important element is controlled intensity. Stability alone can make a man seem predictable, and predictability can weaken desire. Attraction also requires a sense of edge. This does not mean aggression or arrogance. Instead, it is the feeling that beneath your calm surface there is passion and strength that remain under control. When a woman senses that you are capable of intensity yet fully disciplined, the dynamic changes. Your presence feels both safe and exciting. This balance between calm and strength creates polarity. It shows that you are not chasing approval and that your confidence comes from within. At the same time, lasting attraction cannot exist without emotional safety. While tension may spark interest, safety allows connection to deepen. A woman may flirt or play along if she feels uncertain about a man, but she will not fully relax. True connection appears when she senses stability and consistency in your behavior. Emotional safety does not mean becoming overly soft or constantly reassuring her. It means your character feels steady and predictable. Your mood does not swing dramatically based on her reactions. Your words and actions remain aligned over time. When a woman feels that stability, she can relax emotionally, and that relaxation is what allows deeper attraction to grow. In the end, attraction is shaped less by clever words and more by presence. Calm self-control, comfort with silence, quiet confidence, and emotional stability create a powerful impression. When a man masters those qualities, his energy changes. He no longer tries to convince anyone of his value, instead his presence naturally reveals it. Let's look at a real example. Daniel is 48, a financial advisor in Denver. He begins seeing Rachel, 43, who recently left a long marriage. She has already experienced charm and confident words before, so this time she pays attention to something different. She watches how steady Daniel is rather than what he says. Curious. One evening, she opens up about the painful reasons her last relationship ended. Daniel does not interrupt her story. He does not rush to offer solutions or try to turn the conversation toward himself. Instead, he listens carefully, keeps calm eye contact, and answers slowly. He simply tells her that he respects her honesty. That quiet response creates more attraction than any dramatic move ever could. Thoughtful. Now picture the opposite reaction. Another man hears a similar story and immediately says he would never treat her that way. His intention might be good, but it feels like he is trying to sell himself as better than the past. That kind of performance breaks emotional safety. It makes the moment feel staged instead of genuine. What is happening beneath the surface is subtle but powerful. When a woman senses that you are calm, emotionally grounded, and not threatened by deep conversation, her guard begins to drop. Her posture softens, her voice becomes gentler, she may lean closer without even noticing it. Safety does not remove tension. It creates a strong enough emotional space to hold that tension comfortably. Daniel's calm response showed Rachel something important. His ego did not flare up when the conversation became serious. He did not judge her history or react defensively. That stability signaled that he was not fragile. And fragility is one of the quickest ways attraction disappears. Women often sense when a man is easily shaken. If she believes that one wrong word might damage his ego, she stays cautious. But when she feels that he can handle complexity without losing his center, she slowly opens up more. Emotional safety also appears through consistency. When you say you will call, you call. When you make plans, you follow through. Not to impress her, but because reliability is part of who you are. Over time, that reliability builds trust. Trust builds comfort. And comfort allows deeper attraction to grow. Tension might ignite interest in the beginning, but stability is what keeps that interest alive. Emotional safety allows her to express desire without worrying about emotional chaos afterward. Another powerful truth is that neediness destroys attraction quickly. It has little to do with money, appearance, or even mistakes. The real problem is when your emotional state depends on her reactions. When your mood rises or falls depending on how quickly she replies to a message, that energy becomes obvious. Neediness does not mean liking someone or wanting connection. It appears when you chase reassurance, overanalyze every message, or try to fix problems that do not exist. In those moments, you are trying to control the outcome instead of simply experiencing the connection. Attraction thrives when both people feel free. When she feels chosen, it is exciting. When she feels responsible for keeping your emotions stable, The connection becomes heavy. Confidence comes from enjoying her presence without depending on it for validation. Mystery also plays an important role. Comfort grows through familiarity, but curiosity grows through discovery. If someone reveals everything about themselves immediately, there is little left to explore. Sharing your story slowly allows anticipation to build naturally. Imagine a man answering personal questions honestly but briefly, leaving deeper stories for another time. That pacing keeps curiosity alive. The other person leaves the conversation thinking about what else there is to discover. Presence matters even more than performance. Real dominance is not loud or controlling. It is quiet confidence combined with steady intention. When a man moves calmly, speaks with purpose, and stays composed in silence, people feel that energy. Restraint also strengthens attraction. Desire often grows when moments are allowed to develop gradually rather than being rushed. Sometimes choosing to slow down instead of pushing forward creates more anticipation than immediate gratification ever could. Finally, everything comes together through understanding emotional rhythm. Attraction rarely moves in a straight line. Interest rises, then doubt appears, then curiosity returns again. These waves are normal. The man who reacts to every shift feels unstable, but the man who understands the rhythm stays calm. When you observe these emotional changes without losing your balance, you become steady in the middle of the motion. That steadiness creates trust, tension, and depth all at once. At the end of the day, attraction is less about techniques and more about self-command. When you stay grounded, listen deeply, move with patience, and keep control of your own emotions, your presence begins to speak for itself. That quiet strength is what leaves a lasting impression long after the moment ends. If this perspective resonates with you, remember that the goal is not to control someone else. The real goal is mastering your own reactions and energy. That is the kind of strength people naturally feel and remember. You are watching Inside Her Heart, where we explore deeper psychology, emotional intelligence, and the mindset that builds real presence. If this message helped you see relationships from a new angle, stay connected and keep growing with us.